May we request everyone to please stand. Please be seated.
At this point, the troop commander salutes the honorary for the inspection of troops.
No, handa na po ang sampana upang liputin.
Serving the line is our honorary Major General Jeffrey Villarmino, Armed Forces of the Philippines, accompanied by the Assistant Division Commander, Brigadier General Cesar F. Icho, Armed Forces of the Philippines, and the Troop Commander, Colonel Rosalito Chief Martinez, Infantry General Staff for Philippine Army. Major General Jeffrey Villarmino began his military career in the Army Special Warfare Brigade, where he was known as a Special Forces Operator, making his feats in Mindanao. Aside from the military career courses, Major General Villarmino had underwent a variety of discipline and specialization: Basic Airborne Course, Special Forces Operation Course, Intelligence Officers Basic Course, Special Agent Course, Protective Services Agent Course, Instructor Training Course, and Instructor Training Course at Continental United States of America, and the Strategic Intelligence Course in 2009. Prior to this designation, his colorful military career has led him to numerous tours of duty in Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. Among the command and staff duties which he held are head of the Departments of Military Science and Military Leadership Technical Officer, Personnel and Operations Officer of Headquarters Tactical Groups at Philippine Military Academy, Commander of Military Intelligence Group 5 Intelligence Service Armed Forces of the Philippines, Commander of the 101st Infantry 3 Red Arrows Brigade, 1st Infantry Tabak, Philippine Army, Deputy Commander of the Special Forces Command, Philippine Army, and Chief of Staff of the Philippine Army.
At present, he is the commander of the 8th Infantry Stormtroopers Division, Philippine Army. One of the highlights in his career was the designation as Military Defense and Armed Forces Attaché of the Philippines to Malaysia in 2007 to 2010. In his 38 meritorious years of active service in the Armed Forces of the Philippines and his steering performance of duty, Major General Villarmino has earned various awards that includes 4 Distinguished Service Stars, 2 Bronze Cross medals, and numerous military merit medals for combat and administration. Major General Jeffrey Villarmino was born on October 6, 1960 in Baguio City and a proud member of the Philippine Military Academy of Class 1982. He is married to Miss Imelda de Manzana and their union is blessed with 2 sons, Jason Carl and Jaynard.
Ladies and gentlemen, approaching the grandstand is our honorary Major General Jeffrey Villarmino, Armed Forces of the Philippines, Commander, 8th Infantry Stormtroopers Division, Philippine Army, accompanied by Brigadier General Cesar M. Ijo, Armed Forces of the Philippines, Assistant Division Commander. Let us give him a big round of applause.
In a short while, we will be witnessing the change of command ceremony. Moving on, we shall now proceed to the awarding for the outgoing commander.
Ang taong may dala ng parangal at manawat-hawak, humarap at tumagitno! Hot!
parangal at mga watawat, narito na po.
May I request Major General Jet B. Villarmino, Armed Forces of the Philippines, Commander, 18th Country Division, and his wife, Ma'am Imelda, to proceed in front of the grandstand.
Please rise for the honors to the nation.
Mga pinunod kawal, ugay kamay, ha! Mga kamay, ha!
Please be seated.
Haba! Ha!
May I request Lieutenant General Eduardo M. Año, Armed Forces of the Philippines, Commanding General Philippine Army, to proceed in front of the grandstand for the awarding of Major General Jet B. Villarmino, Armed Forces of the Philippines, to be assisted by Colonel Ernesto Torres, General Staff Corps, Infantry Philippine Army, the Assistant Chief of Staff for Personnel G1 Philippine Army. Likewise, Colonel Luis Vincent A. Tanderas, General Staff for Infantry Philippine Army, Army Adjutant, will read the award citation of Distinguished Service Star.
General Headquarters, Armed Forces of the Philippines, Camp General Emilio Ginaldo, Quezon City. General Order Number 1093, published on 5 October 2016. Pursuant to the provisions of the Armed Forces of the Philippines Regulations, the Distinguished Service Star is hereby awarded to Major General Jet B. Villarmino, ODAS 8483, Armed Forces of the Philippines, for eminently meritorious and valuable service rendered in a position of major responsibility as Commander 8th Infantry Division Philippine Army from 13 September 2013 to 06 October 2016. Imbued with a strong sense of duty to those ideals and inspired by the highest idealism, Major General Villarmino steered the 8th Infantry Division Philippine Army in counterinsurgency operations. He initiated reforms in personnel management, emphasizing on discipline, moral and welfare of personnel, and imposing punishments on erring personnel. He prescribed procedures and policies that ensure the promotion and the designation to key commands and staff positions of the best qualified officers. Under his leadership, he undertook 1,415 medical, dental, civic actions, community relations, and literacy patrols. He likewise rigorously institutionalized the Army Transformation Roadmap to pursue the genuine transformation and reform in governance and strategy management that enabled the troops to be awarded with proficient status. By these achievements, Major General Villarmino earned the respect and admiration of the Philippine government and the Filipino people. By command of General Visaya, Official Salvador Melchor B. Mison Jr., Lieutenant General, Armed Forces of the Philippines, the Deputy Chief of Staff. Signed, Ruel N. Surilla, Brigadier General, Armed Forces of the Philippines, Adjutant General. Headquarters, Philippine Army, Fort Andres, Bonifacio, Metro Manila. General Order Number 639, published on 26 September 2016. The command block is hereby awarded to Major General Jet B. Bellarmino, Odas 8483 Armed Forces of the Philippines, for meritorious and invaluable service rendered as Commander 8th Infantry Division, Philippine Army, from 12 September 2013 to 6 October 2016. Given the 6th day of October 2016 at Headquarters 8th Infantry Division, Philippine Army, Camp Cochrane, Magulong, Catalogan, Samar. Signed, Eduardo M. Año, Lieutenant General, Armed Forces of the Philippines, Commanding General, Philippine Army.
Thank you, sir.
This juncture, may I request General Ricardo R. Visaya, Armed Forces of the Philippines, Chief of Staff, Armed Forces of the Philippines, to present a plaque of recognition to our Honorary Major General Jet B. Bellarmino, Armed Forces of the Philippines. A plaque of recognition is hereby presented to Major General Jet B. Bellarmino, Armed Forces of the Philippines, Commander 8th Infantry Stormtroopers Division, Philippine Army. Signed, General Ricardo R. Visaya, Chief of Staff, Armed Forces of the Philippines. Thank you, sir.
May I request the Commander Central Command, Major General Raul L. De Rosario, Armed Forces of the Philippines, to proceed in front of the grandstand. We will also be giving an award to the outgoing Commander, Major General Jet B. Bellarmino, Armed Forces of the Philippines. Likewise, the Assistant Chief of Staff for Personnel G1 8th Infantry Division, Lieutenant Colonel Dahumos, will read the citation.
Command plaque is presented to Major General Jet B. Bellarmino, Odas 8483, Armed Forces of the Philippines, in grateful appreciation for his invaluable service rendered as Commander, 8th Infantry Division, Philippine Army, from 12 September 2013 to 06 October 2016, which immensely contributed to the overall accomplishment of Central Command's mission. Given the 6th day of October 2016 at Headquarters Central Command, Camp Lapu-Lapu, Cebu City. Signed, Raul L. Del Rosario, Major General, Armed Forces of the Philippines, Commander.
Also, an order of Lapu-Lapu Category 1, Kalambuan, will be given to the outgoing commander, and the citation will be read by the Assistant Chief of Staff for Personnel G1 8th Infantry Division.
Order of Lapu-Lapu Category 1, Kalambuan, is presented to Major General Jet B. Bellarmino, Odas 8483, Armed Forces of the Philippines, Commander, 8th Infantry Division, Philippine Army, in grateful recognition for his invaluable service rendered as Commander, 8th Infantry Division, Philippine Army, which immensely contributed to the humanitarian and disaster relief operations of the command and positively impacted the socio-economic development in the areas within CENTCOM's Joint Area of Operations from 12 September 2013 to 06 October 2016. Signed, Raul L. Del Rosario, Major General, Armed Forces of the Philippines, Commander, Central Command, Armed Forces of the Philippines.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir. You may be seated, sir.
Watawat.
Headquarters, Philippine Army, Quarterdesk, Bonifacio, Metro Manila. Order number 661, published on 5 October 2016. Section 1. The designation of Major General Jet B. Bellarmino, Odas 8483, Armed Forces of the Philippines, as Commander 8th Infantry Division, Philippine Army is terminated effective 6 October 2016. Section 2, Brigadier General Raul F. Parnacio, ODAS 9358, Armed Forces of the Philippines, is designated as Commander 8th Infantry Division, Philippine Army, effective 6 October 2016, by command of Lieutenant General Alio, Official Robert M. Arevalo, Brigadier General Armed Forces of the Philippines, Chief of Staff. Signed, Luis Vincent A. Taperas, Colonel General Staff Corps Infantry, Philippine Army, Army Architect.
The outgoing commander of 18th Infantry Stormtroopers Division, Philippine Army, Major General Jan B. Villarmino, Armed Forces of the Philippines, will now read and sign the relinquishment of command orders and subsequently hand over the tour of duty report.
Headquarters, 8th Infantry Stormtroopers Division, Philippine Army, Camp General Vicente Lupang, Catalogan City, Samar. General Orders number 659, dated 06 October 2016. Relinquishment of command. Pursuant to Section 1, General Orders number 661, Headquarters, Philippine Army, dated 05 October 2016, I hereby relinquish command of the 8th Infantry Stormtroopers Division, Philippine Army, effective this date, and I sign in your presence. I will now give my last order to the Sergeant Major. Sergeant Major, lower my personal flag.
Yes, sir.
At this juncture, the Division Sergeant Major, Senior Master Sergeant Alfonso R. Otuhan, Infantry, Philippine Army, will lower the personal flag of the outgoing commander, 18th Infantry Division, Philippine Army.
The personal flag of someone in authority represents a distinguishing mark of influence. A personal flag is indicative to the command rank of a general or a flag rank officer. Additionally, it is flown by a ship or station to which he is designated as the commander. On this occasion of 18th Infantry Division's change of command ceremony, the lowering of the personal flag of the outgoing commander, 18th Infantry Division, symbolizes the handover of the responsibilities attached to his position.
Brigadier General Raul Parnacio, I'm now ready to be relieved.
The incoming commander of 18th Infantry Stormtroopers Division, Philippine Army, Brigadier General Raul M. Parnacio, Armed Forces of the Philippines, will now read and sign the assumption of command orders.
Headquarters, 8th Infantry Stormtrooper Division, Philippine Army, Camp General Vicente Lupang at Catalogan City, Samar. Dated 6 October 2016. General Orders number 660, Assumption of Command. Pursuant to Section 2, General Orders number 661, Headquarters, Philippine Army, dated 05 October 2016, I hereby assume command of the 8th Infantry Division, Philippine Army, effective this date, and I sign in your presence.
Let us now witness a symbolic handover of the command symbol. Let us give them a round of applause. At this juncture, let us hear the first order of the newly installed Commander, 18th Infantry Stormtroopers Division, Philippine Army, Brigadier General Raul M. Parnacio, Armed Forces of the Philippines, and his remarks.
Sergeant Major, please raise my personal flag.
Sir, yes, sir.
The personal flag is a distinct symbol of authority. This occasion of the change of command ceremony, the raising of the personnel of flag and the new commander of the Infantry Division signifies that he is now in charge to command the force.
With the permission of the presiding officer, the guest of honor, sir, we have direct the troops of Pascagoula. For the information of everyone, we are very fortunate this morning because the leadership of the Armed Forces of the Philippines is with us in this special activity. We have the Chief of Staff, Armed Forces of the Philippines, General Ricardo R. Visaya. Napakalapit sa. Of course, our Commanding General and today's presiding officer, Lieutenant General Eduardo Año and Ma'am Jean. The Commander of the Armed Forces of the Philippines in Visayas, Lieutenant General Raul de Rosario Sr. All the way from the Special Forces Operational Command, the Commander of Special Forces, Airborne, Brother Ray and Miss Chili. Of course, the members of the party of our commanders, the first squad and special staff. May I also greet the outgoing commander and Ma'am Imelda, sir, and of course the ladies of Sandigan as 82. Please stand up. Our partner from the PNP, led by a member of Sandiwa Plus 85, Regional Director, Chief Superintendent Elmer Deltihar. Also, the members of Sandiwa class of 85. According to them, the next ruling class. Please stand up to be recognized. Marami po sila din dahil kaya nagsibok staff. Kasama na si ABC at dalawang brigade commander na incoming na rin, waiting for their stars. Of course, the brigade commanders and the battalion commanders of the 8th Infantry Stormtrooper Division, please stand up. Distinguished guests and friends of the division, and of course the friends of General Jeff Zerbino, we have with us Most Reverend Crispin Marquez, Governor of Northern Samar, Governor Jose Hong, the former city mayor and former secretary, now ex-sub member of AAP of the Army, Honorable Mel Sarmiento. We have also the friends from the media. Nasa harapan sila, tuhan ng tuhan ng iba. We have also the EMSA members headed by Ms. Christine Kaidik. My special guest, Ma'am Jojo Molina and Ma'am Marichu, and my consultant also, Boom Boom Molina and Commodore Bernes, the people warriors. Of course, my one and only, my loving wife, Patricia, please stand. Ladies and gentlemen, magandang umaga sa ating lahat. Before anything else, allow me to personally thank, of course, our Chief of Staff, General Ricardo Bisaya, and Commanding General Lieutenant General Eduardo Anyo for trusting me with responsibility not only of leading one of the major units of the Philippine Army, but also of working again with the men and women of the division, which I have come to know so well. Let me acknowledge my predecessor, Major General Jeff Lamino and Ma'am Imelda, and thank them for taking care of 8th Infantry Division for the past 2 years, and leading the unit through some of its memorable accomplishments. Congratulations, sirs. Best wishes. Happy birthday. Of course, to the officers and district personnel, civilian workforce of this division, I am pleased to see you all, and I am honored to be working with you once again. My return here to 8th ID has allowed me not only to reconnect with the familiar faces and friends, but also to rekindle several memories of our shared experience as I have served practically the 3 brigades from 2002 to 2006. I remember the time when I served as commander of 20th Infantry Battalion, when we were in relentless pursuit against the NPA regional forces. The operation led us to the remotest and distant places in the 3 provinces of Samar, which we reached with some difficulty. They considered that area the last frontier. That operation made me realize that the task of ending the decades-long insurgency problem in this part of the region would come from the cooperation of the agencies of the government and the national intervention. When I later assumed leadership of the 43rd Infantry Battalion, I put emphasis on teamwork among our soldiers, communities, and the local government of Southern Leyte. Through our collective efforts, the province was somehow liberated and cleared of insurgent groups. Moreover, the people themselves made sure that the rebel will never be able to return to their villages. Even now, the people of Southern Leyte continue to benefit from the peace and order that resulted from our campaign. Our collective efforts also played a big role in the humanitarian assistance and disaster response operation during the landslide in St. Bernard, Southern Leyte in 2006, where I was the ground commander of the local and foreign contingent, purposely to rescue the survivors and help the affected communities to recover from that tragedy. These examples have shown how essential cooperation, otherwise known as bayanihan, is to the success of our endeavors. It is also the key in helping the people of Leyte and Samar to recover from the devastation brought about by the Super Typhoon Yolanda almost 3 years ago. I still remember when I was brigade commander in Bicol, I brought in Tacloban HADR component with 32 vehicles convoy. They helped rescue and secure the area on the second day. Time and again, we have shown the good government and the society approach is a proven formula to our peace-building and development efforts in Eastern Visayas. This era, which we are now living, is said to be a time of change and transformation. We must see our mission of bringing lasting peace and progress in the region as our response, as well as contribution to the call of change by our administration. But in order to carry on with our great undertaking to achieve our objectives, we need to align ourselves with the higher headquarters guidelines. We need to align our efforts with the Army Transformation Roadmap. And if we expect to succeed in our mission to bring peace and progress, then we should make ourselves worthy implementers of these goals. Therefore, may I enjoin the brigade and battalion commanders and even the company commanders to be in the forefront of moral ascendancy in their respective units, as well as to hold the highest standard of discipline. Second, we must also align our effort in support of the intents of our Commander-in-Chief to extend peace to the CED, NPA, NDF, as well as the problem brought about by criminality, illegal drugs, and terrorism. We need to intensify our cooperation with local government, agencies, and stakeholders from the public and private sectors to help bring the local CNN organization to the peace table and talk with our partners in the government to bring an end to these decades of the service. Let us support law enforcement agencies in their efforts to combat criminality based on illegal drug trade, since this problem is deeply rooted in the region. For our part, we must ensure that all our soldiers must not be involved in any way in the use of prohibited substance or engaging in drug-related enterprise. These are our marching orders if we indeed desire a real change for our country. The task that lies ahead of us will not be easy, but instead of looking at the challenges, let us look at the ease with which we accomplish this if we work together. If each of us performs our given task as outlined in our ADR, then the success of our endeavor follows. We cannot make things perfect, but we can make things right. We cannot promise that we can accomplish everything, but at least we must be able to do something that makes a difference. Maraming salamat. Mahupay na aga sa atong tanan.
Thank you, sir, for that very wonderful message.
At this point, ladies and gentlemen, we shall now proceed to the retirement ceremony.
At this juncture, Colonel Luis A. Taqueras, General Staff for Infantry Philippine Army, the Army Adjutant, will lead the retirement order of Major General Jet B. Villarmino, Armed Forces of the Philippines, and subsequently read the citations.
Republic of the Philippines, Department of National Defense, General Headquarters, Armed Forces of the Philippines, Camp General Emilio Aguinaldo, Quezon City. General Order Number 546, published on 20 June 2016. Major General Jet B. Villarmino, Odas 8483, Armed Forces of the Philippines, for having completed 38 years, 5 months, and 26 days of active military service in the Armed Forces of the Philippines from 10 April 1978 to 05 October 2016, is compulsorily retired effective 6 October 2016 by order of the Secretary of National Defense. Official Glorioso B. Miranda, Lieutenant General, Armed Forces of the Philippines, Acting Chief of Staff. Signed, Joel N. Surya, Brigadier General, Armed Forces of the Philippines, Adjutant General.
At this point, the Commanding General, Philippine Army, Lieutenant General Eduardo M. Año, Armed Forces of the Philippines, will award the Philippine flag to the honoree as a symbol of his invaluable service to the Armed Forces of the Philippines and his country. Thank you, sir.
Likewise, the Commander Central Command, Major General Raul L. Del Rosario, will present a birthday and retirement gift to our honorary Major General Jet B. Villarmino, Armed Forces of the Philippines.
Thank you, sir. Also, Mr. Sherlock Padilla from the Philippine Association, Smelting and Refining Corporation, Leyte, will give a plaque of recognition to our honor.
The plaque of recognition is presented to Major General Jet B. Villarmino, Armed Forces of the Philippines, in recognition of his immensely meritorious and invaluable services and continued support to the Philippine Association Smelting and Refining, PASAR, while maintaining the peace and order situation in the communities surrounding the complex, particularly in Isabel, Leyte, and to the whole province as well. Given the 6th day of October 2016 at Headquarters, 18th Infantry Division, Philippine Army Camp Lukban, Catbalogan City, Samar, on the occasion of Division's turnover of command. Signed, Adams D. Porquis, PASAR, President and CEO.
At this juncture, may I call on the Commander 8th Infantry Stormtroopers Division, Brigadier General Raul M. National Armed Forces of the Philippines, to introduce our presiding officer.
Ladies and gentlemen, our guest of honor speaker of today's activity, no other than Lieutenant General Eduardo M. Año, Armed Forces of the Philippines, the Commanding General of the Philippine Army.
Thank you, Raul. Please take your seat. Colonel Martinez, the commander, please lead the troops to Cascana. May I first greet our very special guest for this occasion, no other than the Chief of Staff, Armed Forces of the Philippines, another pride of PLA class of 1983, General Ricardo Hernandez Sara. The Commander, Central Command, Lieutenant General Raul de Rosario. Now I will read the principal prayers for this occasion.
the outgoing Commander, the 8th Infantry Stormtrooper Division, Major General Jet Villarmino, and his wife, Ma'am Merna. The duly installed Commander of the 8th Infantry Division, Brigadier General Raul M. Farnacio, and his wife, Alisa. May I also greet my very lovely, charming wife, Jean Jocelyn Maria Ani. Let me also greet the members of the Party of our Chief of Staff, Brigadier General Noel Clement, the J3, Brigadier General Restituto Padilla Jr., the Assistant J7, Brigadier General Ronald Villanueva, the new Chief Intelligence Service Armed Forces, Colonel Edgar Arevalo, our Chief Apaw, or our spokesman, Assistant J2, Colonel Bonifacio Sevilla. From my party, we have the G1 of the Philippine Army, Colonel Ernesto Torres Jr. Colonel Luis Vincent Tacderas, the Army Adjutant. Colonel Benjamin Howe, our APA. Commander of the Special Forces Regiment Airborne, SOCO, Colonel Ramiro Manuel Rey, and his wife, Consuelo. Regional Director of PRO8, Police Chief Superintendent Elmer Valdear. Provincial Director of Samar, Provincial PNP Office, Police Senior Superintendent Elmer Pelvero. Bishop Jose Reverend Crispin Vargas, Governor of Northern Samar, Honorable Jose Ong Jr. Honorable Ben Sarmiento, sir. Member of our KT and PA. Mayor Tagbayog, Honorable Ronaldo Aquino. Vice Mayor of Catbalogan, Honorable Art Gamon. Representative of Honorable Edgar Sarmiento, Honorable Charlie Conijos. The Barangay Captain of Barangay Maulong, Honorable Pilias. Mayor of Gilian Municipality, Mayor Jean Gonzalez. Representative of Santa Margarita, Mayor Honorable Hermana Manabite. Ang Director po ng OCDA, Mr. Edgar Posadas. From Pasar, of course, Mr. Sherlock Codilla. Nais ko rin pong batiin ang mga MSAP members ng 8th Infantry Stormtrooper Division, Miss Christine Taidi, Dr. Alex Cardoso, Reverend Father Ferdinand Figueroa, Mrs. Vivian Oblete, Mrs. Imelda Bonifacio, Miss Geraldine Gatti, and Dr. Gerardo Torne.
Sa ating po mga bisita ng ating outgoing at incoming commander ng 18th Army Division. May I also request for the members of PMA Class 82 and their ladies to please stand up to be recognized. At ang members din ng PMA Sandiwa Class of 1985 and their lovely ladies, please stand up. They come in full force. Sa ating members ng ID Press Corps under the leadership of Luis Jeneline Gatti. Sa ating mga brigade commanders, please stand up to be recognized. 801st Brigade, Colonel Protector Mando. 802nd Brigade, Colonel Francisco Mendoza, Jr. At 803rd Brigade, Colonel Mario Lapuro. Mga battalion commanders, please stand up also. Ang Inspector General, of course, Colonel Clifford General. Ang Chief of Staff ng HID, Colonel Bugay Pamayo. At lahat ng members ng General and Special Staff ng HID, please stand up. Other officers, enlisted personnel, and civilian employees, special guests, magandang tanghali po sa inyong lahat, isang mapagpalang araw sa ating lahat. Bago lahat, gusto kong pasalamatan at bigyan pugay ang lahat ng pag-ibig na opisyal, kasundaluhan at kawani ng 8th Infantry Stormtroopers Division. The Headquarters Philippine Army would like to express its full appreciation of your selfless effort, hard work, and perseverance. Ang inyong tapat at maasahang serbisyo sa taong bayan ay nagbunga ng paglago at pag-unlad ng mga komunidad na inyong nasasakupan. Tunay na pinagmamalaki ng ating hukbo ang mga tagumpay na inyong naitala sa pamumuno ni Major General Jet Bukasan Belarmino. Sa loob ng 92 taon, buong puso niyang sinagawa ang kanyang tungkulin na pumunuan ang 8th Division, kasama na ang epektibong pag-aangat sa antas ng kapasidad at kakayahan ng bawat Stormtroopers. Sa kanyang pag-alis at pag-retiro, may iwan sa atin ang mga alaala na kanyang nailambag sa inyong division at sa buong katihan. Major General Belarmino put great focus in the division's pursuit of transformation, leading to the attainment of the proficient status in the Army governance pathway. Earning this milestone significantly enhanced the personnel management system of the 8th Division as a cornerstone of his leadership. He also put emphasis in instilling discipline among our troops, as well as in uplifting the morale and welfare of every Stormtrooper personnel. He initiated a year-round physical fitness and athletic program that greatly enhanced the physical readiness of every Stormtrooper. With the very supportive stakeholders, primarily the local government officials of Samar and Leyte, the commitment of every Stormtroopers combined with the confident and effective leadership of General Belarmino resulted in the clearing of areas and communities that were once plagued with the CPP rebels. Under his leadership, the division was able to register remarkable accomplishments in the conduct of internal peace and security operations, wherein 250 previously affected barangays were cleared of CPP and PA influence, resulting in the declaration of Northern Samar and Samar provinces as manageable, conflict affected, and development-ready provinces. His leadership also paved the way for the discovery of 83 enemy encampments, of which 12 were seized with resistance from the enemy. Furthermore, his spirit as a commander resulted in the neutralization of 146 CPP and PA rebels, 28 of whom are high-profile personalities like political cadres. The neutralization and apprehension of these personalities not only weakened the hold of the communities, but more importantly, it also assured the people of a better and peaceful future. Naging aktibo rin ang divisyon sa pagsasagawa ng mga community development projects. Kabilang na ang mahigit 1,500 na medical dental visions. Ang mga programa ito ay lalong nakapatibay sa ating relasyon sa mga komunidad dito sa Eastern Visayas. Ang mga isinagawang civil military operations, mga pakipagtulungan sa mga stakeholders ay ilan lamang sa mga patunay na inyong masigla at dinamikong pakipagbayanihan. Kasi halaga rin ng mga pasisikap na ito ang masigasig at maigting na pagsasagawa ng mga humanitarian assistance and disaster response operations, lalong-lalo na noong nanalasa ang Super Typhoon Yolanda sa Tacloban at iba pang kalapit na lugar. Nang sa inyong pagbabayanihan, kasama ito ng iba't ibang stakeholders, 20 proyekto na infrastruktura ang naipatayo sa 8 munisipalidad ng Leyte. Ang pamumuno ni Major General Belarmino sa Task Force Yolanda ay nagbigay daan upang mapagtibay pa natin ang ating ugnayan sa ating mga foreign counterparts, particular na sa mga sandatang lakas ng Amerika, Australia, Japan, at South Korea. Dito rin nahasan ng lubusan ang interagency coordination dahilan upang matagumpay ninyong naisulong ang pagsasaayos at muling pagkabuyod sa mga apektadong lugar at pagtulong sa ating kapwa Pilipino. Bilang pagpapalaga naman sa ating kalikasan, naging aktibo kayo sa mga anti-illegal logging operations at nakapagtanim ng mahigit 4,000 tree seedlings upang balang araw ay maipisan man masiguro na maiwasan ang pinsang dulot ng mga kalamidad katulad ng Bagyong Yolanda. Bukod dito, katuwang din ng stormtroopers ng mga probinsya ng Samar noong nadalas ang Bagyong at sa Northern Samar naman noong Bagyong Nona. Ilan lamang ito sa mga patunay na inyong dedikasyon na mapangalagaan ang mga mamamayan na inyong nasasakupan. In the aftermath of such catastrophes, we have shown courage and valor, as well as unparalleled concern and compassion towards our fellow men. Hence, the name Stormtroopers equate to lifesavers to most of our countrymen here in the region. Palapakan po natin ang mga Stormtroopers. Major General Belarmino, I know that your personal experiences during the Yolanda also have intensified your appreciation for HCDR preparedness and responsiveness in order to promptly deliver better services to the people at Tacloban and of the entire Eastern Visayas. Saludo ang Philippine Army sa ipinakita ng kahusayan at pagsisikap na mapagtagumpayan ang mga responsibilidad nito. Now that you'll be leaving the 8th Infantry Division and the entire Army family, know that we will be missing a leader who is a fine example of strong leadership and humility in serving our country. Major General Villarmino, Sir, maraming salamat sa kadakilaan ng inyong pagsiservisyo. And congratulations on your well-deserved retirement. Same goes to the family of Major General Villarmino, especially to Ma'am Imelda, whose support and unconditional love sustain him all throughout his military career. We wish you the best of luck in your future endeavors. Palakpakan po natin. With Major General Villarmino's retirement, we can really say that the new commander has some big shoes to fill in. However, I am confident that the new commander, Brigadier General Raul Magutas Parnacio, can completely and competently steer the division towards the achievement of our peace and transformation initiatives. Brigadier General Parnacio is a stormtrooper by heart, and I am sure most of you still recognize him. In 2004, he served as the executive officer of the 801st Infantry Brigade, and of course the other two brigades of 8ID, and later on came to be the commander of the 28th Infantry Battalion in 2005 and the 43rd Infantry Battalion in 2006. Sa apat na taon yan magiging stormtrooper, pamilyar na si General Parnacio sa lugar, kultura at kakaibang sitwasyon dito sa Eastern Visayas. Dahil dito, nasisiguro kong malawak at malalim ang kanyang pangunawa di lamang sa usapin ng peace and order, kundi kasama na rin ang pangangalaga at pagtataguyod ng mga proyektong tutulong sa pag-unlad ng region. Brigadier General Parnacio, bilang bagong commander ng 8th Infantry Division, asahan ko na ipagpapatuloy mo at dadagdagan pa ang mga tagumpay na nata mo ng Stormtrooper Division. Sa pagsasakatuparan ng mga ito, magiging gabay ninyo ang command guidance ng ating Commander-in-Chief at ng ating Chief of Staff, General Ricardo Bisaya. Tatalima tayo sa itinerang tigil putukan ng ating pamahalaan at susuportahan natin ang usaping pagkakaibaan. Habang ginagawa natin ito, mananatiling mataas ang ating kahandaan upang ipagtanggol ang bawat komunidad laban sa anumang langka sa seguridad at kakayapaan. Ang lahat ng ating mga activities, lalo-lalo na ang ating mga bayanihan team activities, ay patuloy na magaganap upang matulungan ang pag-angat sa mga pagkakong barangay dito sa Eastern Visayas Region. Kalakib din ang ating pagsasagawa ng mga agarang HADR at pakikilahok sa mga community development programs sa pamumulan ng mga lokal na pamahalaan ng Eastern Visayas. Makikisero tayo sa panawagan na bailali ng disiplina sa ating hanay, lalo-lalo na sa pag-iwas sa paggamit ng mga pinagbabawal na gamot at sa pagsugpo ng kriminalidad. May karampatong parusa sa mga kawal na makapatulayang sangkot sa mga illegal na gawain at gantimpala naman ang makukuha ng mga sundalo, mananatiling masigasig, disiplinado at tapat sa ating sinumpaang tungkulin. Bilang ating prioridad sa kasalukuyan, puspusan din ang ating pagkalima sa atas ng ating Commander-in-Chief na pusain ang mga teroristang grupo ng Abu Sayyaf Group, ang Samora Islamic Freedom Fighters, at iba pang foreign at local terror organizations. Pagmula ito, malaki ang naiinatag ng 8th Infantry Division sa ating kampanya na pusain ng mga teroristang grupo. Sa kunayan, malayo na sa ngayon, pinasasalamatan ko ang mga Stormtrooper battalions ang 19th Infantry Battalion, ang 34th Infantry Battalion, 46th Infantry Battalion, at 63rd Infantry Battalion. Napuspusan ang pagsisikap upang may sa katuparan ang ating mga layunin ay isurod sa mga atas ng ating pamahalaan. Para po natin ng mga rayos na dahil ako ay busy dito sa Mindanao. Presidente Ignacio, sa iyong pamumuno, naway manatiling isa sa mga pinakamatibay na haligi ng ating hukbo ang 8th Infantry Division sa mga dating pangkaon. Marami nang pinagdaanan na pagsubok ang mga stormtroopers. Ngunit sa kabila nito, kayo ay nananatiling matatag at maasahan. Tiwala akong mapapagtibay pa ninyo ang pagbabayanihan ng mga sundalo ng 8ID at ng mga mamamayan ng Eastern Visayas. Ito ang susi upang tuluyan at mas mapabilis natin makamit ang tunay na kapayapaan at kasaganahan sa dakong ng ating bansa. Sa mga opisyal, kasundaluhan at kawani ng 8ID, asahan ko ang inyong tiwala, suporta at pagkikisa kay Brigadier General Parnacio katulad ng ginawa ninyo kay Major General Sularino. Continue to enhance your security and disaster response capabilities and preparedness. Rest assured that the Army leadership is committed to support all your endeavors and programs. Congratulations once again to Major General Villarino and Brigadier General Parnacio. Maupaw na adlaw sa inyong pagkanan.
Thank you very much, sir, for the very inspiring message.
Please be seated, sir. A memento will be given to our presiding officer, Lieutenant General Eduardo M. Año, Commanding General, Philippine Army. May we call on our newly installed commander, Brigadier General Raul M. Parnacio, to give the memento. The Zanzibar was officially born in Leyte in 1881, before Spain sold the Philippines to America through a treaty. The Zanzibar was made and still used by the rivermen who cut bamboos for use as floaters for their bangka or boats. For local traveling, the name Zanzibar was first called Pangsibak, in which Pang means for and Sibak means to chop in Filipino dialects. So Pangsibak means for chopping. Later, the term evolved to Pangsibal, which means the same in Tagalog. The Zanzibar was also used by many of the Pioneros for all-out combat purposes due to its perfectly engineered balance and lightning speed. Our honorary Major General Jet V. Villarmino, Armed Forces of the Philippines, will now deliver his valedictory address.
With the permission of the presiding officer, I will give Pikas Final. Colonel Martinez, give the troops Pikas Final. Before I will deliver my valedictory message, let me first acknowledge our special guest in this ceremony. I would like to start with the Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces of the Philippines, General Ricardo Bong Bisaya. Sir, thank you very much for favorably considering my invitation to be the special guest in this occasion. Let me also greet the Commanding General of the Philippine Army, Lieutenant General Ed Año, and his wife, Jean. The commander of the San Baguan, dapat crystal na ginagamit niya. Lieutenant General Raul Belisario. Let me also greet the newly installed commander of the 8th Infantry Division, Brigadier General Robert Farnacio and Live Park. Let me greet, ako kung makalimutan, kasi last na message na speech ko na. Let me greet my wife, Imelda, who has served with me for the past 34 years. Let me also take this opportunity to introduce my two sons, who came all the way from Mindanao to attend my retirement ceremony. I'll start with my elder son, Jason Carl Villarmino, who is managing his own business, and my younger son, Jaynard Villarmino, who is already on his 4th year in law school. Then we also greet my mother, Mrs. Imelda, Mrs. Rodriguez, who came all the way from Province City to see his only son retired from the service. Let me also greet my classmate in St. Louis University, Boys High School in Baguio City, Willie Puson and Mrs. Puson, as well as our classmate from St. Louis Girls Side, class of 1977, kindly rise to recognize. Let me also greet my friends, those wearing the Army Cup, si Ma'am Boy, si Billy, si Ted, my brother-in-law Tito, and my cousin Peter. Sila po were here on September 12, 2013, when I assumed command of the 18th Infantry Division. And this time, I'm returning from the service. Napuntahan naman sila dito to fetch me from Samar and bring me to Metro Manila. And we also greet, of course, my good friend Bishop Abates from the Diocese of Baguio. Let me also greet Colonel Ramiro Rey, as well as from the Special Process Team 701, 7th Special Process Company, 3rd Special Process Battalion. So, Special Process came on the way, also from Mindanao, to see a fellow Special Process trooper retired from service. Let me also greet the accompanying accompanying staff from GSQ and the Philippine Army. Welcome to Stormtroopers. Let me greet my, I see there, Ms. Christine Tahidi, the chairman of the 8th Montreal Sectoral Advisory Board, as well as the other members. Thank you for journeying with me and the Stormtroopers to attain the proficient stage of the Army governance pathway. And I hope you still will be with the 8th Infantry Division as it reaches the final stage of the AGP. Let me also greet our local stakeholders, Mayor Shane Gonzalez of P1, a good working relationship, especially when Typhoon Yolanda first landed on P1. Doon po nagland yung first landfall ng Yolanda sa bayan ni Mayor Shane Gonzalez. Governor Ong of Northern Samar, thank you for coming, sir. Mayor Aquino of Tambayo, representing the Mayor of Catalogan City, Vice Mayor Art Tobon. Let me also greet Ray Gozon from the Office of Civil Defense 8. Let me greet my friends from Calvayo, my shooting buddies, si Vince Yulo and Nelson Piquilla. Let me also greet members of the PMA class of 1982 being represented today by their wives. I will start with, of course, Chief Superintendent Lester Capa, the former PRO Clan Commander. And we also greet Ivan Lini. And we also greet Rubini Suerte, the wife of the former commander of the 5th Infantry Division, Major General Santos Suerte. By the way, mag-complete kami ni Sander when we were cadets. Then, Maki Chuyap, pang-meet ko yung husband niya, si Bert Yap, when we were sa summer camp. Si Joe Malinaw, the wife of my former ABC, Brigadier General Rolly Malinaw. My friend, Wilson. My friends from Hadbalugan, Alvin and Benjilaugo, Pedro Gomez, si Flo, yung policewoman na kalaro namin sa badminton. And we also greet the Regional Director of PRO8, Police Chief Superintendent Emran Vertical, the PD of Samar, Police Senior Superintendent Elmer Berbello, officers, men and women of the Stormtroopers Division, our friends from the media, magandang tanghali sa inyong lahat. Before I get started, let me do what more job hunters do. Let me take this opportunity to tell each and every one of you, I am looking for a job. I am very available, effective today. If you know of anything for. Kidding aside, thanks for every one of you for taking time out and coming here today. So I forget the former SILG Secretary, Honorable Nerina Sarmiento, and Dr. Calera. Thank you for every one of you for taking time out and coming here today. You have come for your own reasons, but whatever they are, I choose to believe that you came to honor me. Imelda and I are humbled by your presence and delighted by the chance to share this specialty with you. For us, it doesn't just cut off a 3-year stint as a division commander, which, as anyone who has served as division commander will tell you, that 3 years is too long. It also marks the culmination of 38 years in service to our country and the Army. When I asked my wife, Imelda, for her thoughts on the remarks that I will deliver today, she responded with 4 words. Ang sabi niya, be brief, be quick. Of course, asking a 2-star general for brevity during his final moment in uniform before a microphone is probably asking more than a bit much. But I will do my best to follow my wife's counsel. An occasion like this is a time for thanks and a time for reflection. Thanks to the countless individuals who made the last 38 years so wonderful, so rewarding, and so memorable for my family and me. And a reflection of the extraordinary privilege of serving our country. Now is my time to move on. And as I go, I leave behind not a little, but whole heart, for I have known and loved no other but the profession of arms. For those other men before, awards were conferred for distinguished services to the armed forces. A few minutes ago, I too received such distinction. For those other men before, smart troops in resplendent colors passed in review in honor and salute. In a short while, I too will be rendered such honor and salute. And just like those other men, I am deeply moved by such tribute as coming from a people I have loved so dearly. and a profession I have served so faithfully. I thank you all from the bottom of my heart. The occasion is not meant to honor one person, but to celebrate the triumph of many. There are those who held hand on that one person in going to the long and often perilous journey of life and service of country and people. To all of you who have touched my life in various stages of my journey, my eternal gratitude. You were my best teachers, and I, as your student in life, your trust in me has not been in vain, for I have never let you down. For in victory I kept my feet on the ground. In setbacks I kept hope burning. In darkness I lit my faith with faith. In times of peril, courage never failed me. It was always there when there was nothing. I can remember the day as if it was yesterday, reporting to Camp Allen in Baguio City to join the long gray line of our country's greatest military institution, the Philippine Military Academy. There I commenced the study of the profession of arms, internalized the values, traditions, and standards that have acted as guideposts throughout my career, and began forging the friendships that have sustained me ever since. I recall my days as a lieutenant. Those were carefree days, but never careless. I was young, bewildered, exuberant, confident, and ready to fight. I treasured the early many moments I spent in the field with my troops, seeing the lights and smile on their faces as I walk and talk with them as friends, with friends around a feeling of pride and satisfaction that will be with me always. I relish the times when I could gather my officers and spend some time together singing and getting married in a short respite from the daily grind of anxiety and danger. I will miss all of this and more. In the crucible that is Mindanao, where I had 4 tours of duty, I had the test of my mettle. I fought like I was a conqueror. I conquered like I was always meant to win. I was humane because I chose to win the hearts and minds of the enemy through the understanding and not through arms. I was trained to fight, so I can be a man of peace. It was also in Mindanao where my ultimate battle had to be fought, to conquer myself so I could emerge triumph as a true officer and gentleman. My personal test came close on the heels of the enthusiasm and exhilaration for an assignment that has evoked dreams and plans, beautiful dreams, doable plans, unexpected, unseen, absolutely beyond my human control. Fate stepped in, and this man went through tests and acid failure, demanding all his inner reserves for fortitude and courage. The time called for the qualities of a professional soldier to surface about everything, including broken dreams. In the end, the soldier won. The soldier prevailed. That soldier stands before you today. And those dreams that I had, they were good dreams. They did not work out, but I am glad I have them. This career in the military has taught me much. That officers must be brave enough to dare, reasonable enough to understand, gentle enough to cry, loving enough to forgive, forgiving enough to forget, strong enough to take the pain, and resilient enough to rise and move on. For the professional officers, the pain is often intense, but one must learn to cover the tears with a mask of smile and keep on moving with the faith that somewhere shines the sun. During my years in uniform, with those units from 1982 until the present, our Army rose from the depths of insurgency war in the 70s and developing into a force that is a source of national pride. A force without question, the most experienced, the finest army ever to serve our nation. The essence, the core of the military is and always be its people. Men and women who raise their right hands and recite the oath of enlistment, even though that the act may result in them deploying to combat zones where they will be asked again to put it all on the line day after day, in crushing heat and humbling cold against often barbaric enemies. Our men and women in uniform are sustained by this exceedingly challenging effort by their families, wives and husbands, moms and dads, daughters and sons, all who without complaint endure the deployments. These uncommon individuals unfailingly support us when we are at home, and even more for us when we are done. Many times before, other commanders passed this way to be commander of the 8th Infantry Stormtroopers Division. This occasion today is yet another dot in the timeline of this division and the enduring tradition of the changing of the guards. I have been to this in a number of occasions, and each time I would leave, a little piece is taken away from my heart. For as friends and colleagues bid farewell, something of our hearts goes out with them by force of habit, the habit we have taken from service, to dare the challenges we face. For the new chapter in my book of life, I have to pass this time, this path, another challenge. As I shed off my military uniform, I am deeply thankful for the Army for inculcating in me to stand solid like the Nanara tree, yet keen like the bamboo. But when we sway in the wind, it is only because survival is the rule. That is our commitment to God, country, and people is firm and constant. We in the military are not given to usury of asking why. You get relief of your command, do not ask why. You get transferred from your post, do not ask why. You get to miss the privilege you waited for so long, do not ask why. You get to miss appointments you were desiring for, do not ask why. This is our code, this is our discipline. It sets us apart from the rest, and our calling demands instant obedience. The thin line that separates victory from defeat, life from death in the field of strife. This is our life in the military. I know this too well. At this moment, my friends, I am swept by emotion I cannot express right now. My heart tells me that I should be happy and not be sad. That I should be proud to have served the Army and all the deployments I've had for the past 38 years of service. With my head unbowed, my hands unsoiled, my name unblemished, and my soul unsoiled. Now, as I stand in the threshold of a civilian life and leave soldiering behind, I have no cause to be sad, no reasons to be afraid, and no grounds to be uncertain. For the loving Father, the Father of us all, has given me a full measure of His blessing. He has given me a family that is a constant source of pride and inspiration. A loving wife, Imelda, and 2 sons. Jason, Taran, and Jenna. A peaceful home that is free from one, that abounds in love, respect, and understanding. He has given me 2 chances to live. The first one when I underwent a procedure at the heart center in 2013. And the second one when he allowed me and my wife Imelda to survive the onslaught of Supertago in London. He has given me a career that was successful and brilliant by any measure. Some would say in kindness and all vices, that there were more that could have been, but I say I could not ask for more. Everybody's life is going to take some kind of path as the Father will, and has given me strength to pursue it. And I thank Him for the way has been clear and burden light. To the stormtroopers, officer, and Ofcom unit officers, we officers carry a heavy load of responsibility, and thus we must be willing enough to do more. For we officers, we are much more to soldiers than leaders, much more to public we serve than mere men in uniform, much more to the government than mere public servant. To all of them, we are the marginal mixture of father, brother, teacher, provider, protector, savior, comforter, benefactor, builder, problem solver. We are symbol of peace. Let me take this opportunity to thank my Assistant Division Commander, Brigadier General Cesar Ijo, as well as Chief of Staff, Colonel Caballo, the Inspector General, Colonel Liberal, the Brigade Commanders, the Battalion Commanders. Thank you for serving under my command. To the stormtroopers enlisted personnel, carry on the good work. As soldiers, you must stand firm and resolute for the country and the people you serve. Let me take also this opportunity to thank my security detail drivers and security personnel. Kindly stand up to be recognized. Maraming salamat sa service niyo sa akin in my 3 years stint as your division commander, as well as to the division sergeant major for towing the line with me as we embark on the officer of the NCO empowerment. To the countless people I have served in my deployments in Maguindanao, Sulu, Basilan, Bicol Region, Negros Island, Zamboanga del Norte, Misamis Occidental, Zamboanga del Sur, and Eastern Visayas. Thank you very much for the unending support you have given me in my tenure as commander. Thank you for the friendship and cooperation, and somewhere down the road, we shall meet and work together again. To my successor, Brigadier General Raul Farnacio, my best of luck on your tenure as commander of the Stormtroopers Division. More have to be accomplished. Rest assured that all support will be accorded you by the Stormtroopers. To the Chief of Staff, Armed Forces of the Philippines, General Ricardo Visaya, Commanding General, Philippine Army, Lieutenant General Eduardo Año, Commander of CENTCOM, Lieutenant General Raul de Rosario, it has been a pleasure working under your command. Before closing, I want to remember reverently those who has given the last full measure of devotion in our endeavors in recent years. They and their families must never be forgotten. In a poem published years ago, a British trooper who was deployed in Afghanistan captures eloquently the emotions of those who serve and those who sacrifice. He wrote, and I quote, "And what is asked of the service we give? No high praise or riches if we should live. Just silence from the fence, our name on the wall, if this time around it is I that fall," unquote. To the family of those who have fallen and those who have served and sacrificed in behalf of our cause, I offer my deepest respect and eternal gratitude. As I close, I know that I can speak for Imelda in saying that our journey with the Armed Forces of the Philippines, and in particular, the Philippine Army, has been an amazing one. In truth, one will not end today, even though we are about to begin an exciting new journey with another extraordinary organization. I gave you a validation that forbids unnecessary regrets, and hypocritical mea culpas. We will go on different ways, separate but never apart. For as I carry you in my heart and in my memory, you are truly part of me. I leave you not a piece, but my whole heart. Strangely enough, this does not diminish me, but rather build my strength and wisdom, knowing that in all your future endeavors, I shall be there as you make use of the strategies and tactics we learn and devise together. As the sun slowly descends upon the horizon, and the blue rays of dusk even before, I see a man returning home, carrying the fruits of his labor, like the hunter coming home from the hills to his loving arms of those he left behind. Etched on his brow are the lines of life, well lived and work well done. It's time for him to rest in the sanctuary of her bosom. Home is where Emelda, Jason Cal, and Jenna is, and in their heart is where I shall find tranquility, for on the stage where I played a major role, the curtains is about to fall. There's no doubt, in the stage of life, there are many curtain calls. This is just one of them. The curtain shall rise again, and I shall stand there to play my part, for the greater role of my life is yet to come. With lessons in life, I shall be constant beacon, and when I do, I shall move in harmony and cast a shadow greater than before. For in this stage of life, I always make sure I make a difference. Let me again extend my deepest thanks to each of you gathered here, to those who have soldiered since 1982, and indeed to all members of the armed forces and their family members. May God bless each one of you, our great country, and most importantly, our men and women in uniform and their families. Finally, I would like to thank my family who stood by me every step of the way. Thank you for your understanding and support during trying times of my life and my military career. Without your support, I was able to serve our country well without regrets and apologies to make. Special thanks and tribute to my mother, Lord Elisa Villarmino, who brought me up to what I am today. Mama, I am done with my military career. I know you also shed tears in my deployment. And as you watch me go up, together in my military career. My tribute also goes to my late father, Facundo Villarmino Jr., who did not live long enough to see me become a general and retire from the army. In closing, I sincerely believe that I have given my best years for the armed forces of the Philippines and our country as a whole. I am proud standing at this hallowed ground to say that I have served my country well, and that given the chance to be young again, I will never hesitate to choose the path that I have taken. Join the Philippine Military Academy and join the Philippine Army. As I bid you farewell, let gladness be there, let future brings hope, even in the silence of the mind. Love your country, serve your countrymen, keep faith, do your duty as true stormtroopers. Let me now render my final salute to all of you. Sa inyong lahat, Maraming salamat po. Farewell, Squadron 1st Division. Farewell, Philippine Army. Farewell, Armed Forces of the Philippines. This is Major General Joel Renato Pucasan Villarmino, ODAS 8483, Armed Forces of the Philippines, signing out.
Please be seated.
At this point, the troop commander brings his staff behind him and directs the troops in honoring as a reviewing officer for the pass and review.
Major Larry C. Pancho Magyan, Sorsogon City, Captain Francis Antonio Borongan, Mr. Saban, Captain Alejandro Escorina Jr. at Molo Rizal, Captain Robert J. Morena, Makati City, Alpha Company Commander, Captain Rogelio R. Castillo, Company Extra, President and Chairman P. Napura, Bayugan at Busan Teso, First Line Leaders Limited, and Christian Bimaki, and Second Platoon Leaders, Second Lieutenant Bernard John M. Caro, Platoon Leader is Sulan, Sultan Kulata. Bravo Company Commander, Captain Cesar D. Manabat, Lano del Norte, Company Exo, President Sugar A. C. Morales, North Cotabato, First Platoon Leader. Please rise for the honors today.
Second Battalion Commander, Lieutenant Colonel Troop Staff, Major Marlon Jacob Tapang, General Maria, Major Hernandez, Erwin Paya, Comandante Travis, Major Jose Mahari, Sulu, Major Sergio Manager, Alang Leader. Charlie Company Commander, Captain Jeffrey S. Galabi, North Cotabato, Company Exo, First Lieutenant Alvin S. Anthony, First Platoon Leader, Second Lieutenant Nancy Karin Charba, Second Platoon Leader, Second Lieutenant Alvin Arnel, Second Las Batangas.
Local Company Commander, Captain Trini Española, Negros Occidental, Company Exo President Robert B. Tanco, Robert del Sacra, Pampanga. First Platoon Leader, Second Lieutenant Jose Ignatius P. De Leon, Makati City. Second Platoon Leader, Second